Hi, I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president in 2024. I'm not one that generally likes to tell other people how to live their lives, but I'm going to make an exception. I've been giving this some thought, and I think that Republicans and Democrats ought to just resign from Congress and the presidency and leave the federal government into the hands of libertarians so that we can get this nation back on the right track. Look what Democrats and Republicans have done. Look at the state of our nation. Besieged by banking crises, monetary crises, surging prices in response to the decades of monetary debauchery at the hands of the Federal Reserve System, out of control spending, debt is now, the national debt is now at some $31 trillion plus, and they're adding $2 trillion a year from here on out to that debt. You've got this gigantic welfare state. Oh, yes, they'll say, oh, but yes, look what we've done. We've provided Social Security and Medicare for seniors and public housing for the poor and food stamps and all these other welfare state programs. Yeah, but in the process, they're bankrupting our country, not to mention the fact that they've brought us a nation of people who are hopelessly dependent on this political narcotic. Your average senior is convinced that he couldn't live without this socialism that is being doled out to him. Then you've got the giant warfare state. That's a much bigger problem. They're getting us ever closer to nuclear war against Russia. They've ginned up that crisis because they knew that their war on terrorism racket was fizzling out after they got booted out in Afghanistan, and they were unable to kill as many people as they were before. That, of course, the war on terrorism racket followed the end of their Cold War racket, or the ostensible end. It's clear that they've ginned up another Cold War against Russia and as well as against China, another nuclear power. And all of this is to expand the power of the warfare state, the national security establishment, and enable its army of war contractors to continue feeding in a very big way at the public trough. Look at their drug war. It's a total fiasco. After decades of warfare, they haven't gotten anywhere except with respect to the destruction of human liberty. Look at their war on immigrants. They've turned the whole American Southwest into a police state, an immigration police state, warrantless searches, highway checkpoints, and the like, not to mention the fact of all the death and destruction they've brought to immigrants themselves. This is an enormous mess our country is in. And the best thing that these Republicans and Democrats could do is just do us a big favor. Just get out of there. Resign. Let us libertarians lead America to freedom and peace, prosperity, and harmony with the people of the world. But of course, we know that's not going to happen. And that's because of the insatiable thirst for power and money that characterize both Republicans and Democrats. That's what this is all about. Power and money. And that's what they're fighting about. They're fighting to see who gets to control the power over the American people and all of the federal largesse that comes with it. I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president in 2024. My campaign website is jacobforliberty.com.